welcome to Point Blank, where we look at hot issues on the ground. I'm Po Kwan.
I'm Lynn.
In the living room with us today, we have wedding designer Amanda Lee, as well as Jai Angel Nama, an engineer, and sales manager Adriana and Nadine Reyne. So they are a newlywed couple, right?
Yes.
So when did you have your wedding?
August 8th this year.
Okay, alright. So wedding bells are in the air tonight, and as Singaporeans' taste for the adventurous increases, weddings are spiced up too. And you know what I mean after having a look at these wedding photos. One of those things that keep women all excited over marriage is this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to put on their wedding gown of their dream for bridal shots. But why would some of them choose to go without it? We'll find out from a photographer and his clients who have posed for some steamy shots for their big day. Is it a growing trend that more and more couples have requested for nude wedding photograph?
I think the trend has always been there. It's, maybe it's a case of finding the right photographer to do it for them.
And what's the general profile of your clients?
Very, very normal people really.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, if let's say you are expecting celebrity, beautiful women with great figures, I hardly get. They have a certain confidence about them.
Okay.
They know that they look good in certain ways. There is another group of clients that actually belong to the other extreme. Maybe not so confident, but they want to see whether they can do it.
And now, let's hear from the clients themselves on why they have opted for nude bridal shots.
Okay, we wanted something different, both me and my fiancé. So we thought that we wanted to have to remember, or rather to shut down our bodies while we are still young. So something to remember by when we are old. My husband to be is like he don't really like the conventional wedding style. He feels that it's very boring.
Okay. So was it more of like your husband's idea or your idea to get the photographs shot in nude?
It was his idea, and he managed to convince me.
Okay. How did he convince you then?
Well, basically, I'm also quite easy to convince. I also thought that those conventional kind of wedding shots are a little bit outdated.
Actually, we did have the conventional wedding shots. It's just when we were here for the shoots, we saw what he has done and inspired us.
Yeah. Well, I guess we didn't know any better when we first signed up for the the standard bridal package with the company. So, the standard photo shoot, get the dress done, get the suit done, the smile. But when we got here and we saw some of the work that Calvin had done, and, after going through that first traditional photo shoot, we felt really comfortable with him and thought, hey, this is something different that we can do. And you're only young once, so, yeah.
And it's also more convenient, right? You don't have to come in your gown, and your suit. And it's money saving.
That's true. It was a lot easier. We did it on separate days, and it was a lot easier to do.
You didn't have to bring your gown, your suit.
We just drove here. We didn't have to carry the suit, carry the gown, carry the other gown.
You guys are pretty comfortable with your body. Would you say that?
I'm comfortable with her body.
Okay.
Ask him 10 years from now or 20 years from now.
That's how we took these photos.
Yeah.
So, what's the greatest thing that you have earned from this photo shoot experience?
I think it would be just getting closer to my wife, getting to know her in a different light, see her in a different light. You don't really realize that you have a potential supermodel as a wife.
I would say that the bonding. The photo session is like it makes us bond. We're surprised by the effects of the photos that comes out. It really shows the feelings and the bonding between us.
And not only are the couples happy with the nude wedding shots, the photographer also derives more satisfaction from taking them.
For myself, it's an achievement in terms of artistic sense. Like I say, it's very challenging.
I guess a lot of couples would also have raised like privacy concerns. I mean, especially when scandals that involve like the Hong Kong celebrities like Edison Chen have exposed the risk of their photographs being posted online and being circulated in the public domain. So how do you actually address their privacy concerns?
There's definitely a contract. Before we take the photos, there's a mutual agreement. We will not release the photos online without their permission. And same, because we will give our clients a soft copy as well. So same thing, they will not post online without our permission. So
I know that most of your work would involve things like capturing the most adorable moments between the couples. But still, I guess in our society, many people will still see it as something pornographic, something that shows that our society is in a process of moral decay. So actually, how do you cope with this kind of social stigma?
it is very difficult, actually. Let's say, for example, I tell people I do nude photos. The first impression is always very negative, but most of the time when after they see my photos, they think otherwise.
I will have concern if it is taken in a very pornographic way, but then the photos that Calvin take are very artistic. So I wouldn't mind showing it because to me, right, the photos look like a form of art.
If you happen to scroll through some of the online forums, you'll realize a lot of people actually posted comments like, they are shameless, and even the media has to be blamed for promoting something like this, an act, that is shameful and degenerate. So how would you counter such comments?
Well, I think if you want to go up that route, no amount of argument can counter someone who has a fixed mindset. But I mean, some of the, not to say that we're a work of art, but some of the best works of art feature the human body nude. And
and this can't please everyone, right? Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own comments, but we're happy with photos. We think that it's a work of art rather than pornographic.
And it's really more about something that we can keep for ourselves, because I think we'd like to remember each other the way we are now. I mean, not that we wouldn't like to remember ourselves 20 years down the road, but like I said, you're only young once.
You only live once.
Yeah.
Indeed. What is there to be frowned upon if these couple shots are shared in the right context and with the right people? And even if labels like social deviants or narcissists were to be forced upon them, so long as they enjoy these intimate experiences, it may not matter to them that much after all. Yeah, that's my take. But what do you guys think about that nude wedding photography?
Yeah, so Amanda, you said that you know Calvin, the photographer that's in there, and he has told you before that there are more and more couples going for such shots. What about your own clients? Do you find that there are more of them going for?
Yeah, in fact, more and more couples want to go for nude shots. I think they want to keep something personal in their life, in their album, before they grow old.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you feel that they are not going to wear your nicely designed gowns? And
I believe they still need it for the wedding day. You don't go nude on wedding day, so you still need gowns for wedding day. So it's okay you go nude for photo shoot. I guess it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So what about Adriana?
Yes.
What do you think about nude wedding photography?
I think it's great because that's exactly what we did. It's something different, and we've always been known to be different from the rest.
Okay, so do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm not breaking the mold. It's boring being normal.
All right. So we have some photos of Jai and Adriana as well. So have a look at those photos because they took both the conventional ones as well as the unconventional one, which showcase their body arts.
Oh, yes.
Have a look at them. Wow. So this is a very, sweet and lovely kind of photography.
That's the conventional bit.
Conventional. And this one looks like you have adopted a theme already, right?
It's actually just outside the studio, in the staircase.
Okay. Outdoor. So this is the one that, we've been talking about, right? Yeah. So actually, what motivated you to do something like this?
It was actually fluke. We were sitting in hang on, go back to the start.
Okay.
We went to a regular bridal place, did everything that we had to do, got the photos, finished it off. We went to see another professional photographer.
Okay.
Because we didn't want the bridal people to do wedding coverage. So we met this guy. When did we meet him?
2 months before the wedding, and we talked to him.
Well, we met him first at some fair.
Yes.
So we spoke to him about the actual day photos and stuff. Then he showed us some of his work, and we stumbled upon an album or part of his portfolio that had artistically taken nude photos of pregnant women.
Okay.
So I was just looking at it and I was like, that's Demi Moore. That's the whole idea.
Okay.
Then a photographer, Albert, he looks at us like, will you be interested? I was just looking at her, I was like, well, I'm okay if she's okay. He's like, alright. Okay, we'll see you in a week.
Alright.
So we came back next week.
So do you have a hard time convincing Adriana to do it?
No.
It took all of 2 seconds.
Just the right thing to do, right?
Yeah. She said she's okay, I'm okay.
I had to stand on phone book though, because
Make up the height difference.
yeah.
Do you have to do a lot of preparation before the shoot?
Yeah, take your shirt off, then your pants off.
Okay.
How about as long as that?
What about parents and family? Did you tell them in advance that you were going to do this?
No.
So you did it first and then you sprang it on them?
No, we actually showed it to them at the entrance of the hotel. They walked in on it.
Oh, okay.
There's a big portrait outside the ballroom.
Okay.
It was only on the day of the wedding.
Rather than go against and then have an argument, might as well put it there and then they can't see anything.
Okay.
So how did they react to it when they saw it?
My mom flipped. My dad thought it was okay. He asked me to get the rights to it.
Yeah. Do you feel weird having your parents looking at you without your clothes on? I mean, I wouldn't know.
I don't know. Like the last time they've seen you naked was probably when you were still a kid, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, I spend most of my time running around without a shirt anyway.
Oh, okay. Without top.
And it's not as if I'm full frontal doing a porn shot.
Alright.
It's an artistic shot of the rear view, my tattoos, her tattoos. It's pretty much like walking around for a woman with a bikini.
Okay.
The top almost off.
Was that the boldest shot that you had? Or were there actually other shots that were a little more revealing, but obviously we can't show it here?
We tried to take different positions, different outcome of the pictures, but it didn't turn out as artistic as what we would like it to be. Yeah,
Kind of borderline slutty and cheesy and just very tacky.
Okay. Would you try something bolder in the future?
I don't really think so, because it defeats the purpose of what we wanted.
Okay.
Because we're not creating a cover for a porn movie.
Just out of curiosity, if you didn't have body art and tattoos and all, would you have gone for something like that, or was it to showcase, what you
I
had?
suppose it played a big part, because I did have it, and he did find it very interesting, and he wanted to take photos of my arms. I was like, why don't you just take a whole body?
Okay, so you have seen in the video clip, we have some netizens who have some very nasty comments about people who took these photos. So how would you react to their comments that, people who are doing it, they are shameless and they don't know what's their manners?
Well, first of all, I definitely think they should grow up. And secondly, whatever people want to do, they should do if it makes them happy. If obviously within the boundaries of law and whatever guidelines.
Okay.
Morality is very subjective.
Okay.
Yeah, and Amanda, any thoughts? I mean, what do you feel about the nasty comments?
Thank you.
They should. I guess you just leave it to the couple. It's their wedding. It's their wedding picture. I think you just do what you like. I think it's fine, so long as... I think it's very artistic, actually.
Okay.
Nothing vulgar. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I guess at the end of it all, even if you don't believe in it yourself, you don't want to do it yourself, but not to pass.
Correct. Doesn't mean that
others,
another couple cannot do it. Which I think that picture is really, really nice.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
does it also mean that the bottom line is to look good in a photo? If you don't look good, then don't take these photos in nude.
I think it largely also depending on the photographer. If they know how to get the right angle, the right lighting, I'm sure it will be nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely want to say that looking good is very subjective.
Yeah.
Anything could look good to anybody. It could also, that same thing could look horrible to somebody else.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's no one thing that's going to look perfect to everybody.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that's where Photoshop comes in as well.
You can always do like the post-production touch-ups.
Of course. Yeah.
But there's no Photoshop done on our pictures. So.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's nice to know
I
that.
told him, whatever you do, it's exactly as is. He can darken out the edges to give it a better effect, let's say.
Okay.
But you did have people praising the shots, I'm sure.
We had both extremes.
Both extremes. We had people standing next to the portrait. It's as tall as me, and standing next to the portrait outside the ballroom, taking pictures, you know, like for their own. And it's like, wow. Okay.
And we've got the classic hypocrites also.
Yeah.
Go there and start mocking the picture and saying how horrible it is, and then after everybody's gone, they're standing there taking photos.
Yeah. So are these your invited guests as well?
Oh yes, a lot of them are invited guests. Some of them are just happened to be passing by. Others saw in the papers.
Okay,
Yet they're keeping the papers. I don't get it.
Yeah, it was published in the newspaper. So if you have any comments about these photos, keep your comments coming in. So it's time for a break now, but when we come back, we'll have more on the latest wedding trends. So stay with us on Point Blank.